Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's
all right,
kind
good.
of a dreary Monday morning.
Yeah.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Peggy.
You're watching the Junction Fiber Mill Millcast.
Yeah, what are we up to?
I don't even know. Episode 42 or something like that.
That's what I was going to say, 42.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's Monday,
It's
August
Monday.
28th, and it's dreary. It's been the world's dreariest Vermont summer.
It really has, although yesterday evening was really lovely.
Yeah, it was nice in the evening.
Yeah, it was a nice weekend. I did break down, though, and see Oppenheimer.
Oh, how was it?
Long.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's a part of history that I think we tend to forget about, or so I was very glad we saw it.
Yeah.
We saw it on Saturday when
Where'd
the weather
you
was
go?
good. The Nugget.
Nice.
And I think it was us and maybe 7 other people.
Yeah. We made the call. We can't justify the babysitting money for that.
Yeah, I get
It's
it.
too long of a movie. Plus, you got to drive. It's like a 5-hour commitment.
Oh,
so.
no question. But I was glad I saw it. So.
Yeah, we'll see it on our
Oppenheimer and croquet all in one weekend. It was a lot of fun.
Sounds like a great mill-less weekend.
Yeah, it was
Fiberless weekend.
Fiberless weekend. Although I did do some knitting. We'll talk about that a little later.
Okay.
Crunch to get it done.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
It was good. Yeah, I took it a little easy. It was nice. We didn't really make too many plans. I did a little bit of sewing. I haven't done that in a while. But yeah, yesterday I went for a walk. Ran into Anastasia. She was in town visiting, which was
Anastasia.
I know, we got to catch up with her. She's doing great. Anastasia, our first employee here, who's moved on to a fabulous grad school program. She was up for the weekend visiting, so it was just
not our very first, but because I think Vicky started before.
Oh, that's true. Vicky did our first mill worker.
There you go. That's
yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the first person we let run the spinner.
Yeah. and she spun well.
Yes. So it was really nice to see her. And, she saw little Maeve, and that Maeve is walking now, and it was fun. Excellent.
Yeah. So on Friday we had, as promised, a visitor. Dave Austin came back. He was the guy that randomly walked in with his family in July, and his business is repairing cone winders. And
amazing.
I was like,
Yeah.
So on schedule, he came back with all of his tools and equipment to fix the cone winder.
Yeah.
And he jumped right in, and I just got so disappointed because right off the bat there was a problem. Take a look.
It's running in the opposite direction it should be.
It's running in the opposite direction?
Yep. That's a big reason why you weren't getting a good connection. I don't know much about electricity, but I'm just going to switch a couple wires around here.
Wow, that's a problem.
Well, it's not really a big deal. You said you have an electrician, right?
Yeah?
Because he could get you the right motor and just put another motor on here.
Okay.
If this doesn't work.
Okay.
I just hope if I can't get it to reverse, I can't get it to work the right way, so.
Oy, okay.
But it whatever. It is what it is.
Yep. Honest to God, when he said the motor is going in the wrong direction, I thought, oh my God.
Just one more thing.
I've built this all up to be amazing, and when he goes, you've got an electrician, I'm like going, we've done motors before. This is not an easy, right?
Yeah, but it's like electricians are not the same as motor guys.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's a whole big thing.
We won't talk about what happened to our motor guy.
Yeah.
He's no longer with us. Anyway, but he got his guy on the phone, and he got the motor to work, and then he just kept chipping away, and he got it to work.
It was incredible.
You're seeing some of it now in action, and he just kept saying, this is a sweet piece of equipment, you're going to really like it.
Yep.
He tested it with some crummy stuff, and then we decided, well,
I want to show this one first.
Yeah.
So this is what a very full bobbin of yarn looks like.
Yeah.
This is like maxing it out. You can see the yarn is almost like so full it wants to pop off the bobbin. And we said in an ideal world, we want to fit this much yarn onto a cone, because really, why do we want a cone winder? Well, it's for people, not knitters per se, but like machine knitters for sure, and weavers, people that don't want to have knots in a large amount of yarn so that they can continuously work with it. And so we've thought about, and we have, custom processing customers who want to send their wool to weaving mills or knitting mills.
Well, and some of our customers want it on cones because they hand dye, and I don't quite fully get it, but what I'm thinking of in particular, they wanted to be able to take off the amount they wanted, dye it, so
we haven't been able to offer that, and we're not going to say we can offer it now, but we're looking at the size of the cones, which we don't have an empty one because we're looking for a source for cones. But the cone itself is like 7 inches tall. And we're like, is this all going to fit on a 7-inch tall
is this going to fit? And unbelievable. This looks so pro. Look at this.
This is the same amount of yarn.
About 1.5 pounds.
1.5 pounds of yarn.
Take a look at this. I mean, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
This is the entire got onto here so beautifully. You can see the little cone on this end, and then there it is on the inside. And so, if you happen to know a source, we need more of these cones now, and they're it's not just the height and the size of this and the diameter of that, but also it's a particular kind because of the angle here, and it's 90 degrees, 15,
no, it's 9 degrees.
9 degrees and 15 minutes.
Paper cones.
About
7 inches long. So I know we've reached out to the same manufacturer. It's actually still around that we found.
Sunoco.
Yeah, they're not in, actually it said South Carolina here. So yeah, they're still in South Carolina, I think. But anyways,
they're expensive.
It's not, we didn't get the quote back, but you have to get like 3,000 of them.
Yeah,
so we're not sure that we need 3,000. So we're just putting it out there into the world. If anyone has several hundred of these, we would definitely buy them. But but we'll find it. We'll find a source.
It is so thrilling to have that machine working.
Well, and this was really your big project, because I think I sort of said, I want a cone winder, and Peggy's like, I will make it my mission to source us a cone winder. And it's been an epic mission.
It has been an epic mission. We actually first got tuned onto the one that we have from Michael Hampton, who we got our mill from, and he'd found it on eBay, and I thought, oh great, our problem solved. And then,
well, it was like full of rust. It looks like it hasn't been touched in years. So you brought it back, you cleaned it all up, you tried to get it to work, because it came with a manual at least.
It did come with a manual, but there were actually several key pieces missing, and this guy Dave had all the pieces, and he greased and oiled the hell out of it. So it just sounds so great.
Sings, and it just makes these beautiful, and it's adjustable too. So if we ever make finer yarn, we can wind it different.
Who'd have thought I'd get so excited about a cone winder?
It's pretty cool. And I was talking to him, it's sort of like when we were getting the static bars, and I was saying, like, who is your business? Is it a bunch of other mills? And the guy's like, oh no, all these other industries can use static bars too. Same thing with the cone winder. Talking to him, I was asking him, what else are you, like, is it just little fiber mills you're working with? And he said, no, it's all sorts of uses, like cables that need to get put on cones. There's like medical devices, like the I want to say it's like veins and stuff that they use for implants and stuff. They like need to wind that stuff onto cones, and they're using the same type of cones. Wow. It's crazy. So anyways, we're very stoked.
But as Amanda said, we're not taking orders yet. We've got to source the cones, and we have a couple of other not mechanical things to work out, but we do look forward to soon being able to say, if you want your yarn on a cone, we can do it.
Yes. So, and we have a one cone at a time machine, so we need to think about how it fits into workflow and stuff too. This took several minutes. It wasn't like bam instant. It was probably like 5 minutes to wind this.
Oh gosh, I didn't think it was that much, but whatever, we'll figure it out. Just to be clear, looking at that yarn, which looks just so pro, that is, and we've talked about it, Settlement Farm, kind of near Burlington. And
they're up in Underhill, Vermont. They're actually like right in the shadow of Mount Mansfield. Like you can see Mount Mansfield from the farm. Yeah, Settlement Farm, we've been referring to them a lot as Montadale and Cheviot, so I just want to make it clear, we're kind of changing how we talk about the farm, because we think it's important to really shed light on who this exact farm is that we're working with, just like we do with Peg's farm at Savage Heart Farm. So if we've said Montadale and Cheviot in the past, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's Settlement Farm. Dave Martin, great guy, and we've been having a lot of fun working with his yarn for over a year. This is the blue. We've dyed a lot of it. I love this blue. It's a kind of a not musty. Mellow?
Musty.
No,
it's a muted blue.
It's going to look great with making tracks. So we've got that. We're going to have it in several other colors, and we've just done the. This is it in its natural colors.
Yeah, this is the natural cream, which we'll have available on our website now. But we're really excited. We've been running low on this ever since the Tørkle knit along, because the first kits we were offering were with the natural cream color from Settlement Farm, and so we've restocked. We've got, I think, 4 or 5 other colors on the way.
Yep.
So some of them are available now through the site, and some of them are coming very soon.
Yeah, and
it's just it's sort of our solids right now, like our solid colors.
Our Settlement Farm. Yeah. And so we've been working on that in the mill, and now we've started on a custom processing order that's a really lovely Shetland.
Before we move on, I just want to say, to make sure if you are interested in knowing more about this particular farm, to check out episode 35 of the Millcast. I went up to Settlement Farm with my husband Cody, and we just did a little interview with Dave Martin, and he's very knowledgeable about all things, Vermont sheep.
Yes, he is.
So, and his farm is like the Shire. It's so beautiful up there. So.
It's beautiful, and he has really done amazing things for the small sheep farms of Vermont.
Yeah.
Through the Vermont Sheep and Goat Association, Dave has done a lot of looking out for, making sure people know about this source or this information, etc. And for those of you who care, one of the big problems we're having right now is because of all the rain, there isn't enough hay. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot, and Dave's been working hard to sort of help people source, if they can, hay for their flock. Because
we're still working on it.
Are you?
Our hay guy got back to us and said, we'd love to sell you some. We haven't even cut any yet, so I don't know what we're gonna do at this point. Already hay more than doubled in price last year, so I cannot imagine what we're gonna pay for hay this year. Which you imagine, like, if the hay doubles, that's gonna affect the bottom line of the yarn and the fiber costs.
I think some folks are going to upstate New York to try and find.
Yeah, I need to get a little more serious about that. Thankfully, we only have 5 sheep, but it's like, it's absolutely critical. What else are we gonna feed them?
Right. We're hoping in our neighborhood that we've got our source pinned down, but
you
can't double check enough.
Yeah, it's been dry for the longest spell so far this summer. Last week it was like 5 days, so I'm hoping if I check back in with him today, maybe he's found some.
And all the equipment was running in our neighborhood.
I'm sure
the haying was.
My God.
Yeah.
People were just like waiting for that dry spell to finally hit, but then we got absolutely diluted with water yesterday, so
it's crazy.
It's wild. But anyways, you were saying we've been working on some other Shetland.
Yeah, we just have another. I don't have samples because we're in the middle of scouring and getting it picked, but we've got some beautiful Shetland we're going to be working on. That's
actually, I think it's
right. Oh, you've got one of the orders.
Do you want to see the work in progress?
Yeah, it's
sitting just right next to me as if it's planned. Look at this beautiful, dark, natural color.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry you can't feel it.
Yeah, it's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. This has just been carded, so it's still, but that is just lovely. It's gonna look great.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So
also going on in the mill, big news, right? You got a package.
Got a package. I don't have an example because I'm not planning ahead here, but the hats are back in stock.
The hats are back.
Yeah. We poorly planned to run out of hats in the middle of summer, and for the first time I think ever, people have been coming in asking about hats.
Yeah, there was one person rather persistent.
She
was there kind of every 3 days. Got the hats? No, we don't have the hats.
The hats are back.
The hats are back.
And I will try not let them dip so low in inventory. We're still new at this stuff, but the hats are back. They're our same junction fiber mill green hat that we've had since almost day one. Yeah. And I love mine. I wore it yesterday in the sunshine.
Todd wears it all the time.
Keeps my skin not burnt.
Todd wears it all the time.
Yeah.
I wear a hat, but not all the time because I for some reason
marks and stuff.
Well, yeah. Anyway, vanity. We had other things going on in the mill.
It was a funky Friday. Was a real funky day.
Yeah, it really was.
Because we had Dave here fixing the cone winder in the morning. Then our shearer stopped by.
Yeah,
just like
Gwen Hinman showed
on a whim. Yeah. Which is always great to see her.
Yeah.
We had some
Gwen
interesting
is one of the best
meetings.
sheep shearers ever.
Yeah, and then the camera crew showed up right around lunchtime.
We had a camera crew here.
So you're seeing a little video of that, but it was through our business coach. I think we've mentioned we've been doing this business coaching for a few months now. Yeah. We got grant funding through the state of Vermont with the Vermont Sustainable Jobs Fund.
Right. The coaching is through them, and it's funded, I believe, through the SBA, wheeling it way back.
Okay.
But yeah, and so I guess they want to kind of chronicle it and do some publicity. So the crew was here taking some video. What I loved is the camera guy was like, wow, there's a lot of things to shoot.
This is a B-roll shooter's dream. He's like, yes, it's a mill. It's a little fun. I can imagine compared to like a lot of businesses that probably are mostly an office setting.
Right,
They're just okay, clickety-clack on the laptops.
Yeah.
Here we've got
I'll shoot the keyboard from the other side.
colors and fiber and
and machines going. So
I'll be curious to see what they pull together from that. It's pretty cool.
It was kind of a crazy Friday. Yeah, so the knit along. Love the pictures that have been coming in.
Yeah, people are finishing up. People are also just getting started. We still have like
plenty of time.
2 months to finish up. So
2 months, okay, good.
Just a little under 2 months until Rhinebeck. Yeah. So the knit along concludes with Rhinebeck, and we picked a pattern for our first knit along that can certainly be done in less time than that. So if you haven't joined yet, you're welcome to. There's information on our website, but.
Shall we meet Vicky?
Yeah, Vicky, we've talked about Vicky a lot in the past. She's a phenomenal dyer. She brings a lot of years of experience working with fiber to the mill. She's here 1 day a week, but she's been an incredible part of the team since, again, almost day one.
Yeah.
So Peg sat down to chat with Vicky about how hers...
As she was getting started with the monster version of the Tørkle.
Yes, so it's not the Tørkle, it's the Sjal.
Right.
But I don't know if we've said it on the Millcast, but if you really want to go for that, it's still, you can be entered for the prize and all that stuff.
You're going to see Vicky just getting started with it.
Okay.
Take a look. All right, so I'm here with Vicky Sheehan, who's been working at the mill for almost a year and a half.
2 maybe even.
I thought of you starting in January.
Oh, probably a year.
In any case, before we talk about this, what's this?
So that was some natural dye that I did on a skein of hand spun, and it was red amaranth.
What is amaranth?
Hopi red. It's a plant.
Okay.
And has reddish purple leaves, and it was supposed to give a pink color.
Oh.
But I was told by Tammy White, who's
she's a big time
extraordinaire.
That's Tammy White of Wing and a Prayer.
Right.
And she told you what?
And she said it came out yellow because you added heat.
Ah.
So I know next time I have some more growing, so I'm going to try it again.
Oh, cool! It feels lovely. What's the fiber? Oh, yeah, right.
I think it is Horn Dorset.
Oh, all right.
It's
lovely.
Deep stash, deep dial.
Deep stash. I love it. But we're really here to talk about you're doing the knit along, but you're taking on the mother load, the big one,
the big shawl.
Yeah. So you're doing this, which is called a shawl. It's SJ.
Right. I wasn't sure how to pronounce.
Here, take an end. Vicky's doing the big one, which goes on forever and is just freaking gorgeous. And you're doing it with the what's this?
Suffolk and silk.
Suffolk and silk, and
which
then
feels amazing.
It does feel nice. Mm-hmm. And then the
that is Seacoast.
Seacoast. Do you have another skein of it in your bag?
No, it's home.
That's all right. So how's it going? You're cast on.
I'm cast on. I put all my markers in. I have a little key at home with all what the different colors mean.
Oh wow! How do you have all these different colors?
Amazon.
Oh right. Okay. All right.
So this is the center.
Right. It's double. Yeah.
And then
it goes
the left
from there.
side and the right side. Yeah.
Right. So you've just started.
Just started, but I'm just wanting to make sure that I get the short rows correct.
Okay.
And I believe the directions say, which I have them right here, knit 383. Oh no, knit.
That's in the contrasting color.
Right.
Right.
To the last 6 stitches, wrap and turn.
Right.
So I'm at the last 6 stitches. Okay, I've got 6 stitches here.
Yeah.
So do I slip my?
Yep. I slip it
I
purlwise.
slip the 6th one, and then bring the yarn forward.
Right, and then slip it back.
Okay, that's all.
That's it.
So I wasn't sure if I was supposed to have 6 stitches left, and
you do have 6 stitches because you slid it back over.
True. Yeah,
so
I just wanted to make sure with the wedges of color.
Nope, what you did is exactly right.
Okay,
and I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I actually do because I'm more than halfway through, and I confirmed it.
Oh, perfect. perfect.
Yeah, so now
Well,
you're...
I think it's going to be fun, and now that
Yeah.
I'm... It will
So
go.
that's all it is. And with
That's
the
all it
contrasting,
is.
then you're just going to knit on top of that all the way back, and then you'll begin...
And then I do another wrap and turn, it says.
You do a
then-
wrap and turn at the end of almost every single row.
And then it says all these, so I'm just
Yeah.
going to take it one line at
Right,
a
and I
time.
do a little mark to say that's the row I've done.
Okay,
And
that's
my
good.
other thing that I don't know how you do it, but I always, if it said wrap and turn, I wrap and turn, and then that's when the row is over. I don't save it for when I'm going to
Okay.
pick it up. I had to say
Okay.
to myself, complete the wrap and turn so I can say check mark, I've done that whole row.
Yeah, wrap and
whatever.
turn. Okay,
Yeah.
check. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's good, and it'll be the same going forward.
Yeah,
guess.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, me
go.
either. I've never
Yeah.
done. I have a butterfly shawl pattern that's done this way, but I never started it. I have it in my Ravelry library.
And you,
But yeah, so maybe once I do this, I can tackle that. So,
Vicky's a serious knitter. Like there isn't anything she hasn't knit.
yeah, I don't know about that.
All right,
I say I hand spin. That's my number one love.
and
then-
you're very good at it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
All
thank
things
you
fiber.
so much for your help.
Oh, you're
Yes.
welcome, and thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All right.
And now to get back to dyeing.
Yep, back to dyeing. Thanks.
I can't wait to see how it's going.
I've heard I don't know, maybe she knits all the way through the middle of the night. I know she's made it.
She's a quick knitter. when
She's a
she
quick
gets
knitter, and
going.
she's going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to make sure she brings it, and
We'll get an
we'll
update
take a
for
look.
next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Meanwhile, I have mine.
Okay, let's see it. I still have to block mine, but
You know
can
what?
see
I
it's
steamed
done.
mine just because I wanted it to look reasonable.
Okay. So you steam before you put you weave the ends in?
Yep.
All right.
So there we go.
Very nice. Wow.
I have to pull out the one that Ona did because I don't know when you block it if you're supposed to stretch it more. I just sort of steamed it.
She said it depends, I think it depends on your gauge and how you're knitting it, but I think this looks great. I don't think you need to stretch it anymore.
I don't know. It's
She said she
I have
had to
one
do a bunch
error.
around the middle.
Don't we all always point out errors? Where's my error? Right there.
Oh, no one will even see
Right
that.
there. I didn't know about it until, frankly, because everything was bunched up on the needles. But
Yeah.
this is pumpkin patch with the charcoal, the natural charcoal from Savage Heart Farm.
Charcoal, yep.
And I just loved the
colors
different
are
colors.
great.
Yeah,
This is so autumnal.
absolutely.
Yeah. It's gonna be perfect at Rhinebeck.
But now I got to figure out how you wear it, because that's why I'm wondering if I blocked it, because I don't quite know. Do you just do this?
I think, and you can kind of like tie
Oh, and
the
then
end,
tie
I
it,
think.
and
yeah.
then tie it. Yeah, as you can see, I've got some ends to work in. But I have
It's
to
a lot of
say,
ends to weave.
yeah, but not as many as there could have been, because I did a lot of as I was going, whipping them in.
That's nice. I always regret not doing that. Right now I'm in the middle of putting ends in from a striped sweater, so it's just
Yeah.
like every few you've got ends, and I'm like, oh, I should have done this.
This is a really cool pattern. I've never done anything like this, and
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're doing a little knitting?
I did, well, I've been slowly but surely. This knitting project has started, I think, before Maeve was born, but
Oh my
I'm
gosh!
finished with my sweater.
Oh my gosh,
I need
Amanda.
to block it because I hate it. I hate it right now, but I needed to bring it in before blocking. I finished it yesterday, and my gut was to block it, but I said this is great Millcast content because we're going to see if I can learn to love it. This was a total pain in the butt because I hate ribbing, and it's all ribbing. So
It's all ribbing,
I'm
but-
going to try it on.
Okay.
I already wove in the ends, so that part's
I take it the
done.
marker is saying this is the front.
I think, well, again, the pattern was the front and the back are the exact same, but I
Okay.
tried it on once and I thought this looked better. But it feels like a glove and it doesn't sit right on me. This is like, these are supposed to sit on your shoulder and go down to like here,
Oh.
and they're just like
Yeah, and you
Pulling.
got it, and you want to deal with this.
right.
This,
So as I move my
yeah.
arms around, I get short sleeves, which is fine. I could have knit them longer, but I want to block it and see if I can get it to stretch tremendously.
I think you're going to first of all, it's gorgeous. I
The
get what you're
knitting
saying.
is fine. Like, yeah, technically, it looks good on
Yeah.
me and how I wanted it to fit. It's like a glove, and I feel
Yeah.
like I'm in like a. And so what I wanted it to do, and it's supposed to be oversized, so it's supposed to just
Right.
be.
It's you
like
know what
that.
when you block it, it's going to transform it, and I think
hope
that
so.
really want to work on the blocking up around the collar there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm giving myself props for finishing it. My first adult-sized sweater since having a baby, but it sucks to knit something where you're like, ugh, I'm done with this. Let's see how it goes. So
yeah.
We'll see. Have you all been there before where you knit? You're just like stubborn.
It's like I keep calling it the wrong thing. With all the colorful things, and it was too damn small.
Yeah, that took you like 2 weeks to knit, though. This took me like 2 years.
Well, there's that.
Well, I'll tell you what the pattern name is, so you can all not knit it. I'm kidding. I'm gonna come back next time.
You're gonna come back, and it's gonna look
great.
fantastic.
Sweater number 8. Oh gosh, this is interesting. The person didn't even put their like.
Oh, so this isn't a petite knit?
No, this is some other Danish designer, or like maybe Swedish, but
okay.
It's a sweater NO.8.
Oh, that's interesting. In the picture, even there's a.
Yeah, I'll show. I don't want to reveal the pattern, but I will show you. Like, see how it looks on this person. This is how everyone's is looking, like on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like much more. It's much looser.
You know what? When you get that wet, and it's just gonna.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. I'm really excited to do it.
But just remember, this is your sheep, right?
Yes.
You're gonna make it work.
I'm gonna make it work. It's just not the style. This is not my. I don't want to tight.
I understand that, but it's gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, this is knit from Maisie, my sheep's wool, mixed with a little bit of Todd and Peggy's white. To get this, which is so funny. I should have just been patient because now she's grayed out. You know? So her 100% her wool this year is the exact same color. Cody just got a sweater. We talked about this. The one that he commissioned.
Did he get it?
Yeah. Oh, he got it months ago.
Well, wait a minute. We gotta bring it in and see it.
Yes, I should bring it in. It's very cool. I feel like we need him to come. Maybe next week we could work it out where he could come in and model his sweater.
Yeah, or do a video at home with him modeling.
That's true. I will get Cody to model his sweater. It looks great, but it's the same. It's the same color and the same looking wool. So we've got our little matchy family Maisie sweaters.
I love it. So his was done out of the exact same.
Well, it was done out of this year's, which I thought would look a little different, but because I blended 30% white and then she apparently grayed out 30% this year, they look the same.
Sheep gray out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So now I still have to weave in the ends for that petite knit sweater I knit for Maeve that had all the bobbles that I also hated.
You gotta. Well,
I know I gotta do. The Tørkle was very fun.
Yeah, you had fun with the Tørkle.
And then I'm knitting a sweater for my friend's baby that is it's sort of the pattern that I've been like working on redrafting. So it's sort of my design, and that one just needs like ribbing added. So I'm at a stage where I'm like about ready to embark on several new knitting projects.
Yeah,
I just need to kind of think.
That's what I don't know what I'm going to knit next. There was a part of me, I actually had almost an entire skein left over. I had to dip into the second skein literally just to do this little bit. Yeah. So I might do the half one like you did.
For like a gift or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the half one because I think it's a little easier to style because it's not quite so thick.
Right.
So I'm excited to wear.
I have enough, I think, to do the half one, and I may knock that out before taking.
Honestly, you'll probably have enough to do like 2 half ones if you have almost a whole skein. Because I have a lot left over too from that.
All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know what the big next project is.
Yeah.
It may involve stranded knitting, to be honest.
I think my medium-sized next project, a child's sweater, I think is going to involve, I'm going to butcher how you pronounce this, the intarsia? Intarsia, yeah.
Right. Is there a pattern that you see?
There's one I saw, it's for an adult sweater. I forget the designer, but it's it would look great with our Settlement Farm rust and then the pattern being in white.
Okay.
And it's like sort of it looks almost like a Scandinavian flower motif.
Okay.
And so it's a knit flat, but they don't size it for children. So I just finally bought those, not Jennifer Steingast, the Ann Budd sweater books.
Yeah.
So I was going to take a stab at trying to make a child's sweater. And like use this motif and also learn intarsia.
Intarsia, that's where you're stranded knitting, you're carrying the yarn all the way. Intarsia it's a section and you literally leave the color, knit along, come back, pick up the color. And I think it's about the twist you put in so that you don't have holes.
But it's not, because it's not an all-around pattern.
Correct.
It's just a pattern that, and the adult version has 2 of these flower motifs running up the front.
Yeah.
I think I would just change it to be like one motif running here, and then there's motifs on the sleeve for the adults, but I think I'll just skip that for the kid one.
Oh, bring the pattern in.
But I'll have to, I think I might just like sort of make it up, look at this.
That's very brave of you.
I'm feeling brave. Well, this one project I'm working on is brave, the one that I'm like heavily modifying, and it's worked out okay. We'll see. But yeah, I always like to have a project for myself going to though, so I need to
see. I'm a monogamous. I'm one project at a time.
I used to be, but I found lately it's actually so nice to always have to not get to the end of a project and be like, well, I have nothing to just like tool around on tonight.
Yeah, that's my
then
case.
I jump into projects I'm not too stoked about.
Oh well.
What do you guys like? How many projects?
Yeah, how many projects do you have going at once? Huh? Yeah.
Anyways, this week is going to be another big week. It's Labor Day weekend this weekend, but before that kicks off, we've got the open house on Friday.
Yeah, and you're manning it on your own.
Liz is going to be here as well.
Yeah, I actually think Leah may be here as well. So you're manning it while I am actually headed to a kind of a family reunion. I'm one of 6 kids, and we are all gathering in Saratoga.
Cool.
With spouses and partners, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Very fun.
At my age, you get together for, as they say, weddings and funerals. Well, there aren't any funerals right now, and none of the grandkids, my parents' grandkids, nieces and nephews are getting married. So we're just trying, once or twice a year.
That's great.
For us to all get in the car and gather. So we're all gathering at my brother Phil's, which I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, we hope to see you
in the
here
meantime,
on Friday.
Go check out, help Amanda show up for the open house.
It's going to be great.
It is going to be great.
And then I feel like once we get back from that, it's like a week before we go to Italy.
Yeah, I haven't even got my head around that.
Yeah, I don't even know if we'll get our head around it before we go. We've got so much going on
here. We have so much going on.
We're just going to board that plane, go to Italy, learn what we need to know.
And then come back and
hopefully
Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival, Rhinebeck, the New England Fiber Festival.
Our retreat.
The retreat. Yeah, lots going on this fall.
So I hope we get to see you all soon. Hopefully come Friday.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.